Hello and welcome to Coffee with Dr. Carla. I'm Dr. Carla, and today I am here with Tyler Pena, and we are glad that you're here. Our goal today is to talk about some mental health related issues and to help eliminate the stigma surrounding them. So, Tyler, I know that you and I have talked about how exercise is important to mental health a number of times. So, why don't you share with why you think that's the case?
Yeah, so kind of a little bit about me. I know I have a background as a personal trainer as well, which so I feel like kind of everything's interconnected with the body and mind and spirit. And I think in mental health realm, people don't really think of like exercise and mental health as like kind of like a interconnected um, or with interconnectedness. So I think it's really important because you can get a lot of benefits both physically and mentally while with from doing exercise. So things like going for a walk or lifting weights or yoga or all this different stuff. You can get a bunch of benefits, lowering anxiety, better sleep, helping with depression. Um, and I think people don't view it like that.
Sure. So if you were working with a client, um, how might you help them integrate exercise into, I don't know, their treatment plan for their mental health?
Yeah. So I think that's always the tough part. I feel like so many people talk about challenges to making changes. So I think it's really important to kind of like, I always like to start small. So if you're not something that's you're used to, kind of starting small. Maybe it's like, oh, 5 or 10 minutes a day going for a walk, or trying to do like yoga in the morning or something at home. Or if there's certain things you like, maybe it's diving into like kickboxing or like a group class. It's like trying to find something that you can enjoy and be consistent with is the key. If you're not gonna enjoy it, then you're not really gonna get the benefit of it or fully. And then sometimes it takes a little bit of creativity. So many people talk about struggling with like balancing like work and family and life. So that's why I always like to say like start small, do something little. Maybe if it's just hanging out in the yard, playing with your kids or taking them for a stroll, or if you have a dog, walking them. It's like all that little stuff builds up and it starts changing things subtly for you, and you can start feeling those benefits over time.
Do you feel like there's certain activities or certain things that seem to work better for, say, depression or work better for anxiety? Or does it seem to be more about people enjoying them? I,
I think there's a lot of overlap. I think depending on, I think like what your perspective is coming into it. Like I know like yoga, I feel like definitely feels like a anxiety thing. So I feel like that relates to like mindfulness and like meditation. It's
okay.
like yoga and walking and like being in nature. I feel like that really just centers you. I feel like that's a big yoga thing, and like your breath. So I feel like you can get those same benefits with like depression and other stuff like that. So I think just like depending on the activity, what you're really getting out of it. I know some people are like, oh, I'm gonna just throw on some loud music and work out, which can really help with the stress too, because you have all the like stress typically you feel in your body and all this pent up energy, and oh, like there's a release. Or maybe it's like, hey, I need to slow down my breathing and just release tension that way. So I think all the different exercises can have benefits, maybe just in a different way or different results. But I think depending on what you're looking for and what works for like your life and schedule, you kind of get multiple
Well, it's so
benefits.
funny when you say put on loud music and exercise. It reminded me of an episode, well, many episodes of Grey's Anatomy. And by the way, I came to Grey's Anatomy very late in this, like they were almost done, and I finally decided to watch them.
Been
But
around for a long time.
it's been around for like 16 or 17 years, and last year I decided to watch them. But interestingly enough, several of the characters were like, okay, we're having a bad day, let's dance it out. And they crank up the
Yep.
music and they just go crazy and dance it out. Um, and yeah, I know that's a TV show, but it's interesting because we do that at home. We have dance parties at home
Oh
all the
yeah.
time, and it's amazing the difference in people's attitudes after a dance party.
Oh yeah.
We had
Exactly.
one this morning, and we had a blast. And the kids are a riot, and the adults are not looking to do it in good form, but it definitely does change our attitude
Oh yeah.
along the way.
Just getting the body moving and changing up your atmosphere and kind of getting out of your headspace is a beautiful thing, and definitely can feel it pretty quickly afterwards. I don't know many people have worked out and been in a worse mood than they were starting it typically.
I have not met that person. I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there, who knows? Um, so you can follow us on Facebook or Instagram, and take a moment and think about how maybe you're incorporating exercise into your overall well-being and how it's helped you with your mental health, and leave us a comment so that we can hear about that. So remember, you can change your thoughts, discover your potential, transform your life by focusing on your overall well-being, and in this case, adding maybe a little bit of exercise. So until next time, continue working on being the best you possible.